Hello, this is Tom from Tutor Bros. In this video, we are going to learn how to combine like terms. As a reminder, like terms, also known as similar terms, are terms that are exactly alike or are the same except for their coefficients, which are the numbers in front of the variables. And these terms can be combined together. So when you're given a mathematical expression and are asked to write it in simplest form, we have to make sure that all of our like terms are combined. So let's take a look at a few problems together and see how that's done. So number one, we have two terms being added together, 7x and 3x. Now these are like terms because they're exactly the same except for their coefficients. So all we have to do to combine them is to just add the coefficients together, and then we leave the variable as is. We leave that the same. So if we look at the coefficients of 7x and 3x, that's 7 and 3. If we add those together, we get 10. And then again the variable stays the same, so it's just going to be 10x, and that's it. So to combine the like terms, you combine the coefficients, whether we're adding or subtracting, and then the variable just stays the same. Okay, how about number two? So we have 4y minus 2y. So now we're subtracting. We know these are like terms, so we just subtract the coefficients, 4 minus 2, and that'll give us 2. And then once more, the variable stays the same, so it'll just be 2y. All right, so we're moving right through these. 2 down, 3 more to go. So number 3 is a little bit more involved. There's a few more steps here. You'll see that not only are there terms with variables in them, there's also constant terms, which are numbers without variables attached to them. All constant terms are like terms, so they can be combined as needed. So we're going to take this in two steps now. In number 3, we have two pairs of like terms. We'll start with the terms with the variables in them. So we have 11a and negative 5a. So when we combine them, we say 11a minus 5a. So we look at the coefficients again. 11 minus 5, that gives us 6. And we still have the a attached to that term after we find the difference. So that's going to be 6a. But that's only half of our answer because we also have to account for the constants, and we can combine those together as well. So it's going to be a positive 3 and a positive 4. So 3 plus 4 is equal to 7, or positive 7. So we can say that 6a plus 7 would be the simplified form of this mathematical expression. And that's our final answer there. We can't do any more simplifying because 6a and 7 are not like terms. They both don't have the same variables. Okay, how about number 4? We have 5a plus 2b minus 2a plus 9b. So now we have a mathematical expression with two different variables. And again, we can't combine terms if they are not like terms. We can only combine them if they have the same variables. So if we have 5a and minus 2a, that's going to be our first pair of like terms. So we're going to be subtracting 2 from 5. Again, we're just looking at the coefficients. So 5 minus 2 would be 3a. And then if we look at the other pair of like terms, we have a positive 2b and a positive 9b. So if we add the 2 and the 9 together, that's going to be 11b. So our final answer here would be 3a plus 11b. Alrighty, now let's take a look at number 5. This is probably going to be the most challenging one, perhaps, of the 5. So we have an expression here, 3 times the difference between x minus 4. So this might throw us off a little bit, but it needn't throw us off. All we have to do here is just distribute the 3 to each of the terms inside the parentheses. And we can do that because of the distributive property. And then once we do that, then we can combine all our like terms as we did before. So I'm going to distribute the 3. I'll rewrite it on the line beneath it here. So if we distribute the 3 to each term in parentheses, 3 times x would be 3x, and then 3 times negative 4 would be negative 12 or minus 12. So 3x minus 12, And then everything in the rest of the expression would stay the same. So plus 7x plus 17. And then we can combine our like terms as we were doing before. So we have two terms with an x in it, an x variable. That would be 3x and 7x. So 3 plus 7 would be 10. When we combine those two terms, we have 10x. And then we can combine the two constants together. We can do a negative 12. Just be mindful of the signs when we're doing this. And a positive 17. So negative 12 plus 17 would be positive 5 or plus 5. So our final answer there would be 10x plus 5.